Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am excited to be sharing something a little bit fun and colorful with you today. I am using the Studio Calico Sonnet Planner Kit from November 2016 to decorate these Studio Calico planner pages by Hello Forever. It's a little bit different, but I love that. It pushes me outside of my usual comfort zone, and I love seeing how I can implement new ideas and tricks in my everyday planning. As you can see, I laid down one of those circle stickers in the This Week section of this layout. I had this great idea to use that sticker and then turn those label stickers vertically as opposed to horizontally. Now, this is twofold. One, it fits the space perfectly, but it also really draws my eye in since it'll be rotated on its side and appears differently than A, I normally plan, and B, the rest of the stickers on the page. So it's an awesome way to really make something stand out that I want to make sure that I get finished. I'm using my Pilot permanent pen on these stickers. They do have a slick surface, and so a regular pen would smear on these, but this Pilot permanent pen makes sure that there is no smearing. As you can see right there, there is the text on it in case you want to pick up on yourself. It's very similar to a Sharpie Ultrafine, so you can definitely easily find those at your local store, and it would be very much the same. Now, the layout of this planner is awesome. It gives me room to write my activities and my events, and then also has all of these great lines already added where I can just put all of the things that I need to take care of and check them off as I go. I'm going to use these letter and number stickers to put the dates on the top. I can see so many fun ways to use this. I'd never really considered an undated planner before because of I didn't want to add my own numbers, but I can see how this could be really, really fun, and I could really personalize this each week, just like I did with those number stickers up at the top. I love how they stand out with that color. This washi tape is one of my favorite things that was included in the kit. It is just absolutely fabulous. I love the color. The color is so cool, and then these little flags are the best. I'm using my X-Acto knife just to trim off the little section where I want it to be on my page. I use the X-Acto knife because I have it handy, but if you have a gift card, you can use that to get a nice clean edge as well. Just press that up to where you want it and tear it off. It'll do the same job, but many crafters have an X-Acto knife in their stash, and that's why I use that. I like to use these little flags as bullet points so that I can just write my little events right next to it. It's just the perfect way to make these events stand out, and if I needed to use it as a checklist, I could do that as well. Now I'm going to use a little bit of stamping. I love stamping in my planner. I especially love using it with my stickers. So first I used a Prima chalk ink to stamp that little circle, and then on top of it I'm going to use my VersaFine ink, which is my favorite. I love using it in my planner. It's definitely perfect for all those teeny tiny little stamps and the details, and it's just stamping I will right on top of that circle. So this is a list of things that I will accomplish this day, and I like having that little circle behind it because it gives it that added pop and really makes it something that's going to stand out, and you're going to notice a little bit better and just give that definition that's really important. Now this stamp set has a lot of really pertinent words for me and my daily agenda, things that I use to get different items done, different action items and things like that. So I'm going to use it to stamp out a few different words. Now what I wanted to do was line it up with the lines of the planner so I could just stamp one time all of the words at once, and then I realized that just wasn't going to work for me. I was a little bit nervous about them not actually lining up, and so I decided to go against that and just combine the stamping and the handwritten and stamp as necessary as opposed to all at once. If you're a little bit braver than me though, I think that with the clear block and the lines, you could really line things up and just have one stamp and then this really cool way to notate things over and over again. I love the way that the stamping and the handwritten list work together. It really sort of makes it stand out a little bit more based on the fact that your eye just keeps bouncing from stamped to handwritten and then back again. So that's definitely a fun technique that I think I'll try in the future again as well. Now there were a lot of really great elements in this kit, and I already mentioned how I love the washi. And another thing I really loved were these sticky notes. They're great for just jotting down a list or jotting down something that you don't want to forget, but they were also a really fun way to add some different texture, and then not only that, but just some different shape and color to my layouts and make them look a little bit more interesting as well. In order to make them stick, I just used a tape runner and adhered the sticky note down as I would just a piece of patterned paper to make sure that it didn't come up off the page or I didn't lose that. Now these circle stickers, I wasn't exactly sure how I would use them, but I knew that I was very attracted to them when I opened the kit because they are very visually appealing. They leave a lot of space for your own interpretation, and this was one of my favorite ways to use them, which I also used over at the very beginning of this video in the This Week section as well, which was combining these label stickers with the circles. I love the juxtaposition of the two shapes together because the rectangle labels are so linear and square, and the circles are just very simple, and they really create something very interesting and visually appealing for the eye. I can definitely say that that is something that will definitely get done this week because I couldn't possibly forget it if I tried. Now, because of all of the other elements going on, I wanted to just add one event that was handwritten, and I didn't need to add a label sticker or a stamp or anything like that to help remind me of it. This way, it just sort of blends right in and looks great because it's not competing with some of the other elements. Now these alphabet stickers are really thick and a great quality. I like that a lot. I love working with a nice thick cardstock sticker. But one of the awesome things about it too is that they're easy to line up, and then B, they're very bright and colorful. So your eye is going to definitely be drawn to that. I knew I needed to make a shopping list for my shopping trip on Wednesday, and so I just used the alphabet stickers to notate that, and then I was able to create my list right below that on those awesome lines that I mentioned already on these planner pages. Side note, this is such a fun desk shot because all those colors are they're just so beautiful, and I really feel so inspired by looking at all of the different rainbow elements that are here. So now I'm finished with the first part of the week, and I just absolutely love that because that means we're heading into the weekend, and who doesn't love the weekend? Now I'm going to finish adding my dates up at the top, and we are into double digits, which is very exciting. It means Thanksgiving is drawing near, and that's always something that's very fun to look forward to. But one of the other things to remember is to keep in mind how many of the number stickers that you have on each sheet. That's actually one of the things that's also really great about these stickers is there's 4 of each number, and that's almost unheard of. That's a lot, and so I was really excited to have that many to work with. Now it's time to continue planning this week, and I'm doing something a little bit different. Ordinarily, I plan from left to right, and so I would work on Thursday next, but I decided to add these weekend elements instead because I had such a big weekend coming up, and I wanted to make sure that I was able to fill it all in very effectively, and so that I would be able to get all of those reminders and events down on the page, and then fill in some of the less important things after that. So I'm using the marble looking sticky note behind this really awesome weekend plan sticker. I love how long the lines are. There is so much room for plenty of event information. Sometimes it's really hard to get all of that stuff that I need to notate in one sticker, and this is just awesome. I love that I'm able to get all of the things down on one line. So this sticker really does handle 3 different events really effectively. I also love the layering here from that sticky note into that bigger weekend plan sticker. It just makes it more interesting and makes me want to look at it when I'm adding those little layers. And those post-it notes, or the sticky notes, excuse me, if you are using those as part of your layering, they're definitely very affordable because there's so many of those in a pad that if you use a couple of those as a background, you won't even notice, and it's not something that you're using a couple of specialty stickers layered together. Now again, I'm using those label stickers in a stacking sort of way or pairing them all together to notate a particular event. I'm using them to get all of the details of a birthday party down, and I love that because I love how they all tie in together. And so while they're different colors, they all really coordinate well and make sure that I'm able to notate that particular event and keep track of it. Now I'm going to add a couple more of the little flags over on Thursday for 2 different events that I have. And I love this because I'm able to add it in the space in between the rings, the holes for the rings. Do you see that right there? And so I'm not really taking up any of the room on the Thursday with this washi tape. And so that's just such a great way to notate my events. And again, they stand right out thanks to those little flags that are so super cute. Now the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of stamping, and I'm able to have worked for the entire week. So thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. I know I really enjoyed working with this week and this particular sonnet kit from Studio Calico. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up. It lets me know that you liked it, and it also lets YouTube know the types of things that you like to see. Also, if you have any questions, please leave them in the box below, and I will do my best to answer that for you. So thank you so much for stopping by, and make it a great day.